I always like to remember this one thing. Say, Mike, you know what? You're reselling, you're making money, you're not broke, all that kind of stuff. What is the reason why you do this? Well, number one, I'm having a lot of fun, but number two is it's still... Welcome again, Mike here, Golden State Picker, and welcome to my channel if you're new, and if you are a loyal watcher, thank you so much for tuning back in. Put out a couple of videos a week if you're new, that's it. We just talk reselling. We do most of our action right from here, and today we're going to show you a few things I found and a few things that I sold. We're going to talk reselling. We're going to talk about the title of this video and the thumbnail of this video in a second or two here, but I always like to give a little caveat. Please remember that I'm in a big city. I'm in a city that has millions of people, so I have access to a lot of things, a lot of flea markets, garage sales, thrift stores. I have a really cool savers that I work with. Make some good money in there, all that kind of stuff. So just please keep that in mind. But that doesn't mean that you can't make this happen for yourself. There's a lot of ways to make good money reselling, okay? And one of the ways to start is right inside your house. And people ask me, well, how do I start? Well, start with everything you have in your house. Find some items and put them up. Give it a test run. You have them, you're not using them anymore, then sell them. I'll tell you what my wife does. She's been on a cleaning spree. And every so often, I will note things that are on the kitchen table. And when something pops up on the kitchen table, that means one of two things have to happen. Either you sell it or you throw it in the garbage. So that's kind of the way my signals work with my wife when it comes to stuff like that. It's kind of funny. It's like that or a bag. If I see a bag by the door, that means you can take it to Savers, okay? So that's the other thing. So it's a kind of a good work. It's a lot of fun working relationship, and you never know when something's going to show up. And hey, that's how I still do that to this day. Everybody has stuff in their house, so that's a great way to start your reselling and a great way to learn and then grow your business, because you never know when you're going to turn into what I have. I mean, I have turned into a full-time reseller, so pretty cool. Now, the main title of this video is basically, I wanted to talk about this because sometimes you know, we have ups and downs in our days. We have ups and downs in our weeks, and it just, you know, sales are good, sales aren't good, and you just struggle, and you know, it just kind of gets that way. And I always like to remember this one thing. Say, Mike, you know what? You're reselling, you're making money, you're not broke, all that kind of stuff. What is the reason why you do this? Well, number one, I'm having a lot of fun, but number two is it still affords me freedom. The one thing you can't put a price on. I've actually tried to look this up. And by freedom, what I mean here is I'm a one-man show. I don't have a boss over me. If you want to call eBay and Amazon bosses, fine. They make some rules that I have to follow, okay? But they don't tell me to open and close my store whenever I want. They don't tell me you must show up to work on Monday and go 8 to 5. Etc. Okay, they don't do that to me, so I can make my own rules and my own time away. That is what I'm talking about. That is the great thing about owning your own business. When you own your own business, you can make your own schedule. Now, I'm going to put a caveat on that, because if you've watched my channel, you know what I'm talking about. Retail. I had a 30-year furniture store, and I was tied to a retail location. Now, that's a little bit different. That's a little harder, only because then you're relying on employees to keep your doors open while you're doing that type of a business. So that's a little bit different. But here, it's basically the freedom. And I'll give you a couple of examples, because it happened to me yesterday. I came home and I wasn't stressed, but it's a good stress. I just had so much to do. And I'm scratching and I'm going, man, I've got to function here and figure out how to get this stuff done. And if you know me, I have one big rule. Well, there's two. Don't buy just to buy. But the second one is you got to list it with no death pile. And if you continue to build on that, you're going to increase your sales. So I had a lot of stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I got to make a decision. Today is Senior Tuesday at Savers. And I said to myself last night, which was Monday night, I said, what am I going to do? Okay, Mike, we're going to sit here and we're going to put this stuff up. We're going to get this stuff photographed and get it ready to go. That's more important than me going and finding something. Now, you're going to see how this all works out if you take a really positive mindset going into this, okay? So that's basically what I did. I stayed home, I set my alarm clock, okay? I gave myself a half hour extra sleep. I usually wake up at 7, so I said, let's stay till 7:30. So I still set that alarm clock, got up, and I always do one thing, make breakfast. I make a really good breakfast. I love it. And then I said, let's get to work photographing. We didn't do any listing yet. We're going to do that tonight. But I got everything photographed that I wanted to get photographed. And now I'm in the garage, and it's the afternoon, shooting the video, showing you what I'm going to package. So it's a busy day. So why? Okay, well, because number one, tomorrow, because I have this freedom, I'm playing in a golf tournament. So I wanted to make sure I got a jump on all this stuff. So that's the other thing. I can go play golf when I want. This was set up a couple of weeks ago, so hey, that's great, right? So that's what I'm talking about. So you got to put some priorities together, and you really have to stick to these things. This is that routine I talk about. You got to really say, okay, what's more important, this or this? Oh, I can go look for stuff all the time. Now here's the caveat. I like to read a store. It's weird, okay? There is patterns, or with this particular Savers, the stuff comes in the front door. The donation is right by the front door. We can then see what's coming in. So if you're going there, first thing I do is I look around to see, hey, what's going in? I look in the back room. I take a look around to see if quality is coming in. Now, if quality is coming in, I might make the effort to get there, but I felt like there was just really nothing happening for about 2 weeks at this Savers. It's been really kind of slow. So I said, you know what? Let's do what I'm going to do. Let's go focus on this stuff and get it done. Now, it's amazing how fast you will get it done. You think you have more than what you do, basically. So you end up saying to yourself, okay, look, if I get done by 1:30, I'm going to go drop off all my packages. That's what I did. And then I'm going to head over to Savers. And that's what I did. And I was rewarded for that, okay? So we are going to show you the 3 things I picked up at Savers. Senior Tuesday, I still made it over there. I didn't get over there till about 1. I got over there I think I got over there close to 2:30. That's right. It was about 2:30. They stopped rolling the carts out at 3:30. So I had an hour. I said, let's go see what's going on. And there were no pickers. There was just one of my friends, Belin. She was there. That was it. No one else. So it was really, really quiet. So I wandered around. And guess what? I found 2 items and 1 came out on the cart. So let's talk about it. This was on the shelf. I'll put it up this way. There it is. It is a Logitech mouse, okay? Why is it so special? There it is, brand spanking new. $5.49 for this mouse, Logitech. I'm gonna put the comps up here, okay, so you can see them. There are 2, I think, sold for $170. Now, this came out on a cart. Had to have, right? Obviously came out on a cart. Nobody was there to take it. If there were all the usual pickers, somebody would have gotten this, I would believe. So that shows you that today was nothing. I asked Belin, I said, hey, what's happening today? She said, Mike, nothing. Nothing's going on. So I made the correct choice for the morning run. I didn't hear any from anybody, so I did pretty good, right? That's the other thing we talk about. Build your circle of friends, because they will tell you if stuff had come out and said, hey, wow, you know what? Alex got a ton of clothing or whatever, right? And some of you know Nacho, and Nacho will text me and say, Mike, you got to get over here. It's really going good. So that's that network we talk about too, but I didn't hear that. So I was pretty sure that it was quiet, okay? And that's what I thought. Now, as I came in the store, I should say 2 things were on the cart, because this one was there, but there was a cart sitting there. I think they had just come back from break. And this is $9.99. This is a Pfister shower head and the handle, okay? Now I'm gonna tell you something you gotta watch out for here. This had the 2 plastic straps. Have you ever seen those straps that go like this? Okay, they're like little plastic straps. They're not taped. This thing is not cellophane. That's how it's put together. That doesn't mean that this thing is new. I took off the bands and opened it up to make sure it's new. There are some people who will put back the old unit in these boxes and even put back the strapping and slide it on and donate it. And then you think it's new, they think it's new, and you're going, oh, I blew it. So you always got to look. Something like this is better to show it open box than just gamble. And then somebody says, you know what, it's not new. It can happen this way too. They could have the same one and they want to get the same one and put the old one in there and say, that is what you sent me, the old one, and keep your new one. So be very careful on certain things. You definitely can do open box. Now, let's say it's sealed new, but you're going, oh, I'd hate to open it up. Maybe you do the video feature. I've done that where I've cut the seams on video, the little plastic seals, and opened it up and showed them that it was brand new. Those are some things you can do. So be very, very careful when you're seeing stuff like these faucets. Many of you know what I'm talking about when it comes to the that plastic strapping or banding. Man, I got a haircut and I'm itching like crazy. Oh, it's wild. Now, this one is I was just going to get ready to leave. And I said, I'll wait a couple carts. So this cart comes out, and there it is. Little Apple dolls, $12.99. So I got 30% off all this stuff because it's Senior Tuesday, right? So this was like $10. Little Apple dolls. The box I can clean up. It's a little dirty, but there it is. I have no idea who these are, okay? I just put it out here. So if you know the little Apple dolls, let me know. Kind of creepy. There's 3 in the series. This is Sign or something. Then there's Circe and Umbrid. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of creepy. Is the apple there? Yeah, the apple's there. There's the apple. Like I said, it's brand new. $12.99. Goes for about $100. So we have $100. The faucet is about $55, $65. This is $100. Let's call this $150. So you got $150, $100. That's $250. Call that $50. $300. So I was rewarded for I like to think of it for my work. I got $300 worth of stuff, and I got accomplished what I wanted to get accomplished this morning. So then I do all this tonight, and then tomorrow I get up, nice breakfast, off to the golf course. That is that freedom we talk about that you can't put a price tag on. I've tried to figure out if there is a way to put that price tag on there. Is it $10 an hour, $15 an hour? If you think like me, let me know what you think about the freedom of what we do. So many times people can't put them. My wife used to work for the government, and they used to have to set their vacation schedule in December for the full year coming. Unreal. And it depended on your seniority. What a joke that was. So she would always end up getting the worst times, right? And that's why she couldn't wait to retire, just to get out, because she didn't have that freedom for that, because we wanted to go do something. We wanted to go see our grandkids and all that. So again, can't put a price on this part of reselling in our business. All right. You know what? I think, oh, here it is. It fell down. Oh, it's a little chilly out there. I got this new jacket, and I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to wear it out here today because it's been a little chilly here. Down in the low 30s every morning. Beautiful sunny day, but it still has that little nip and chill even in the afternoons. All right, let's get going. Here's what we sold. $550 worth of stuff, probably about 16 items. Again, you'll see some stuff I got just recently, and using that principle of get that stuff up, get that stuff sold, that works. I guarantee you 100% of the time. So, this past weekend, which was Saturday, today is Tuesday, I went to a friend's storage locker. He knows who I am. He was getting rid of some stuff, said I can't deal with it. Let's make a deal. I bought a bunch of stuff for $400. And in there were these. Bada bing. You saw, I think you saw a video prior. You're gonna know. They are the Ancestry DNA test kits. Cool. I got 12 of them. I now wish I had 112 of them. Man, these are flying off the shelf, big time. Now, the one thing you got to watch out for is the country of origin, and I'm going to show you that. So right here it says country of origin, China. Okay, this is a 2-pack that somebody bought. They paid $60 for the 2-pack. These were the hot ones. Malaysia. This is country of origin, Malaysia. 3 kits. And I sold these for $90. I had put these up for $30 free shipping. That was where they were generally going. Might have underpriced them a hair. But I have sold 10 of them. I think there's 10. Is there 2 left? Yes, I've sold 10 of the 12 already. Okay. I put these up so fast when I came home Saturday. I wanted them. I knew they would sell. I want to get my money back, right? My initial investment of $400. That's $300. I sold a golf club for $50 yesterday, and we're going to show you something else that I sold that'll put me right at $400, okay? So we'll show you that in a second. So look for stuff like that. Look for crazy things like this. You just don't know. Awesome. All right, now we're going to get into a little bit of the book portion, because if you watch my channel, you know I'm a book guy. And books are flying, and they are flying. This was a military one I got, some bin that I got, and a lot of good military books. This is the M1 Garand World War II. I think this is volume 1 and volume 2. There's 2 volumes here. And the military books got me $45 plus $10 on the shipping side. Nice find. Nice person gave me a little note and said, hey, would you take $30 for this book? Now this book had, it was one of those ones I talk about where you just don't have any comps. So what are you going to do? So you put it up for a number, and if somebody comes in and gives you a good fair offer, you say, sure. This is Sermons from William Cunningham, numbered collector's edition. Just was nothing out there. So I took an offer for $30 and $7 on the shipping, and they were very happy, very appreciative. You know, sometimes you gotta do something, pay something forward. You know, I feel like that's good for you, and it makes somebody's day, right? That's very important. Try to make someone's day every day. Doesn't matter, say hello to somebody, say some kind words to somebody, and you'll be amazed at how that helps you, and it really helps other people, right? So I love it. All right, right here, another one of those books. This is the Pocket Guide to Polyvagal Theory, the transformative power of feeling safe. Woo! That's out of my pay grade. That, I mean, it just, I don't know. You know, I don't look all this stuff up, but Polyvagal, $15 plus $7. I was blocked on Amazon. That's the other thing right now. Amazon with that API thing. This is probably down the road because this video will come out probably 6 weeks after it, but they've screwed everything up, man. They are making life tough for FBA booksellers right now. And it's just taking an inordinate amount of time just to send in and get these things populated into Amazon, taking up to 2 hours to do that. In this day and age with all the AI stuff, all of these massive servers and everything, it still takes 2 hours to upload basically text type files to Amazon. Sorry, Amazon, but man, you are really, really falling behind. It's terrible. All right, this one blocked. This is the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. And I had one new and one used. Now, how did I know the one was new? Well, it was sealed. So I put this one up for $19.95 and the new one for $29.95. And guess which one sold first? The used one. It's in very good condition. So this one, the herbal, sold for $20 plus $8 shipping. All right. How about this? Date ourselves, many of us. The Weird Adventures of the Shadow by Walter Gibson, alias Maxwell Grant. Nice book. I couldn't throw it away or anything like that. I just, or just not do anything with it. Many of you are going, yeah, you shouldn't, Mike. Don't do that. Just a very interesting voodoo death. The Shadow Knows, right? Is that what it is? That was a radio. I think it was on radio before it was on anything else. So The Shadow, $17 plus $9 on the shipping side for The Shadow. All right, we'll just finish up the books. I got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's finish the books up, and then we'll get right into some different stuff. Another technical book, Deep Learning with PyTorch. I don't know what PyTorch is. Oh my gosh, I know what a torch is, but not what a PyTorch. Interesting titles that these engineers come up with. Maybe Amazon could use this book. PyTorch book, $25 plus free shipping. Oh, I don't mean to be mean, but I always hear, you always hear this stuff like, I tell people, well, Amazon's $1 trillion company with 10-cent engineers sometimes. That's just the way it works. The stuff that they do makes no sense. And many of you who are selling on FBA kind of understand. Love-hate relationship. I always talk about that love-hate relationship with eBay And there's also a love-hate relationship with Amazon. And I think it's really heavily skewed now towards Amazon being the one that I'm like, gosh, you know, you're really becoming a huge problem. I know what I got with eBay, but Amazon has, over the last 6 years, had many, many issues, okay? My opinion. All right. Textbook that I was blocked on. I'm not blocked on everything, but you know, that's the other thing we're finding out. Many people are being blocked on Amazon for stuff, especially if you're starting out new in entrepreneurship. And this is Pearson, so another publisher who blocks. And the Pearson book sold for $50 plus $8. In a way, I'm much more happier to sell it on eBay. The fees are less, 30%. That includes fees and shipping in general, if you've watched my year-end video. And it's 60% on Amazon. Double is the fee structure. So you're paying for that power of Amazon in one way or another. So keep that in mind. All right, we're going to go into this one. I had this around for a while, and I don't know why it didn't sell. And they're great. They're Logitech Harmony 520 remote. These remotes are really solid by Logitech. And I remember I paid $7.99 at Savers and probably took the 20% minimum, so about $7. Didn't sell, but finally got an offer, and I said, you know what, it's got to go. $68 plus 10 on the shipping. So nice sale there. I love that. You notice these are pretty simple to ship. People are saying, man, I just don't like shipping. Well, this here is pretty straightforward stuff. Nothing out of the ordinary, except for one or two here that maybe I'm going to show you now. We're going to get into the sports portion of our show. You know me, I love golf. We'll talk about that in a second. But let's start off with a sport that I played in high school a little bit, and that's tennis, okay? So here's a tennis racket, and something I wanted to show you is this is a Babolat bag. I put the bag with the racket. This is a Prince, okay, tennis racket. Very nice condition. Now, a couple of things you need to know, okay? Because every category, see, I'm still itching from that basically the haircuts. So anyhow, this is a 100L, 900 power level, whatever that means. But I want to show you the one thing you're going to have to do is figure out the grip size. Okay, so here it is. And if you look here, you're going to see 4 3/8 on this side. And on this side, you're going to see the number 3, okay? Now, the number 3, if you have a list, coincides to 4 3/8. The number 4 would be 4 1/2. The number 2, I think, is 4 1/4 or something. So you need to have that photographed. So you shoot that butt end, but sometimes one or the other isn't there. Sometimes that 4 3/8 isn't there and the 3 is. So that's why you have to know what the 3 means. Sometimes it's on the side panel here. Now on this one, I don't have the cubic inches, or I might have it in here and I don't see it. And I'm trying to quickly look at it. It gives you different things here, so I don't. A lot of times it'll be when you see 110, that's 110 cubic inches of space on the racket surface. So keep that in mind. The tennis racket sold for $40 plus $17 on the shipping side. All right. Another day I was in Savers and I went to the back. All the pickers are sitting around and they're just kind of chit-chatting. And I always like to cruise no matter what. And I went to the wall and boom, this is what I found. There was 2 bats and this is one of them. This is a Louisville and this is a 718 Select. Picked it up, they're $4.49 there. And this Select sold for $40 plus $15 shipping. Goes in a tube. No more than about $12 to ship this. We got to remember, you got to bump up your shipping because eBay takes a % off of the fees, off the price. So 15% is what I use. You could use 20. So let's say you were charging 15. They would take $3. So you got to keep that in mind. That's what you got to do. Now, one last thing I want you to think about here, because if some of you are new, if you look on the bat on the bottom, that's the 20. Is it 29? 29 inch. So we know it's 29 inch, but we need to know another number. They call it the drop. See that minus 10? That's drop 10. So if you take 10 from 29, you come up with 19 ounces. Don't ask me how they do it. If you want to explain in the comments down below, go ahead. but that's what that means. And we've got to make sure that we match our bat with the item description if we are sniping another bat ad. So when you're looking to set up something like a golf club or something, you're going to put in the model number 718 select, drop 1029, and hopefully it will get the same version ad, and then you can just snipe it and everything's correct. But you still got to check it, okay? So keep that in mind. All right. This is the item that put me at $400 in less than 4 days and got my money back on the locker. And this is a TaylorMade burner. And this is a 3-wood, very nice condition, TaylorMade 3-wood. We need to know a few things here, right? Now this one I could play. It's a nice looking club because the flex matches my game. And we talk about that. Here we go. Stiff, S for stiff, R for regular, A for senior, W or L for ladies. Don't panic. It's fun, okay? I'm telling you, there's good money in golf clubs, especially when you pick them up for $3, $4, $5. Garage sales, you pick up whole sets, all that kind of stuff. The head cover really helps sell it, okay? If they have them, great. If not, don't worry. You just got to collect the tubes. Stay at 6 by 6 by 48, no longer than 48. And you're going to be right in the ball game of anywhere from $15 to $20. I have noticed that the price has bumped up a little bit. It was really getting down about $9, $10, but UPS now, because that's how I have to ship them, UPS has bumped up their price about $2 or $3. I'm seeing that. So this here is a 3-wood, and the other thing we need to know, I'm going to show you, is the loft. You can barely see it, but that's 15. That is 15 degrees. On wedges, we need to know what they call the bounce. It usually is on there. So a lot of stuff here. But I'm telling you, if you just slow down, watch my videos, learn, you will definitely start selling golf clubs, bats, tennis rackets. You're probably passing up a lot of good money. So please, don't be fearful of golf clubs. The hardest part about golf clubs is just finding the boxes. So there you go. So the 3-wood sold for $50 plus $17, and that put me at $400. I got a bunch of books that I've already put in, so that is going to be all pure profit over at Amazon, and I still have some other stuff to sell. So there you go. Quick video. Quick for me, 26 minutes it says here. I'm over 30 all the time. All right, there you go. Hey, everybody, I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Do not forget, please hit the subscribe, the bell, and the like. All that stuff helps my videos. Just get out to people. We're trying to touch some people, trying to get people enthused, people who are resellers who are just struggling a little bit. Give them some inspiration, all that kind of stuff. So please, please hit that, at least hit the like button. All right, I will see you in my next video.